So I have 3 pieces of pallet wood here, and you know what? I want to make a wooden bunny for Easter. Let's do it. Alright, this is my little dry erase paddle here. So here's basically what I'm thinking. We have 3 pieces. I put those 3 pieces side by side like this. So think about it, I have 3 36-inch pieces. This one will be an ear. So I'll kind of come up something like that. This one will be an ear. Ignore how pointy those are. They'll be a little more rounded. And about halfway down, this one I will round a little bit here, around a little bit here. Maybe where that comes in, I'll do a little, kind of cut out a little notch. So it kind of separates the head from the ears. Then all this wood up here, I'll take that section, let's say that's this now, and I'll cut that to make some brackets for the back to hold everything together. So what I just kind of figured out here, looking at this and how thin these boards are, 36 inches tall is just a little bit too much. If I had some wider boards and I could make the rabbit's head wider, that'd be great. But these boards are only 3.5 inches each, just over. The whole thing's about 11 inches. So I'm shortening it down. The whole bunny is going to be about 30 inches, just under 30 inches. So what I would suggest here is if you're using wider boards, it'll be okay making it taller. Or if maybe you go with 4 boards, kind of adapt it to what you're doing. And I think you'll kind of see what I'm saying as I cut this out, how it needs to be proportional. So I'm gonna go with a jigsaw to make all these cuts, and usually I'll use a bandsaw or a scroll saw, but I'm not gonna do that for 2 reasons here. One, not everybody has access to those things. I feel like a lot more people have access to a jigsaw. And 2, my bandsaws are broken. So let's use what we have. Alright, so as you can see, we're starting to get the bunny shape up there. I'm just gonna round the bottom down here a little bit. So what I did here is I just clamped the 2 sides together and I drew the line on one, so when I cut this, both sides should match pretty well. Now we have a bit of a bunny shape here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. I'm going to cut a few strips, place it on the back end, right, like 1, 2, 3. Even 1, 2 would probably be enough, but better safe than sorry. And that will hold this thing together. Or I could do 1, 2, use the last piece to put a little bit of a stand on the back, like a phone holder, and hold the bunny up. So you have some flexibility here. So I'm gonna do here. This one I didn't cut all the way through, but it's through enough. Again, I just need this wide enough to kind of cover the back here. So most of the way across, something right around there. So I have this together. I have my 2 little ones I'm gonna use for the side. I decided I'm not gonna go with the 3rd one. I may keep it, you know, like I said, I could kind of do something like that so I could stand this thing up. I may just lean it, just no need to do more than we have to. Quick tip, always double check your nail length, whatever you have in there. I have a feeling these will be too long. So what I do is I take it, and if I put those next to each other, I will just check that nail. And you can see that would not have been good if I used those. So I'm gonna go down a size, they'll go through there, but they're not gonna be too long. So that'll work. I know that seems like common sense, but I cannot emphasize that enough. I had a student build an American flag one time. We have these flags, we build them out of a 2x4, and he built this big flag, and then he went to put the brackets on the back, and he popped a bunch of nails in this thing, and then he went to pick it up off the table, and he was just like, and it wouldn't move because the nails were too long, and he put something like 30-ish nails right through the project into the table. So we had to pry that thing up and the project was pretty much shot. So make sure your nails are the right size. Another quick tip here, when you're putting these on, make sure you're putting them on what you want to be the back side. You don't want to be looking at this, looking at the good side, and then put your brackets on it, because now you have brackets going across the good side. So if you're looking at the good side, flip the bunny over, put them on the back. Look how adorable that is. All right, so we're about to talk about what we can do with this from this point, but real quick, if you like woodworking projects, pallet projects, if you like this pallet bunny, make sure you like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to work. All right, so at this point, your creativity gets to come into play. You could leave a rustic bunny, or you can get creative painting. What I'm gonna do with this one, I think I'm actually gonna paint the whole thing white, get a little pink paint, you know, paint in the ears. I'm gonna make this one look pretty nice. But it's completely what you want to do. Maybe you'll just paint some eyes, maybe you'll put some 3D features on it. Whatever you want to do, make it your own, all right? All right, so what I just did there is kind of rounded off some of the edges more. Gives a little bit of a softer look, and I think if you paint it, it gives a little bit more of a realistic look, because now it's rounding around as opposed to just a straight edge. All right, so this is the finished product I went with. Just one coat of spray paint, left it a little rustic looking, dabbed on a little bit of pink and black, and you know what? It's a beautiful bunny. So put your own touch on it. Different colors, different face, put a little hat on it, who knows? Get creative, have some fun with it. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.